What's going on, everybody? Today, I'm going to be opening weapon event boxes for the event. So right now I have 50. I'm just going to open 50, but there is enough, mech battle data here to basically unlock or to open 120 fully. Just waiting on resets for the chests. So here I have 50. Like I said, the event is Everything Counts. I posted a YouTube short about this event. I'll leave that in the description. That basically kind of just explains the event and what you're doing with it. But before we jump into opening it, I do want to cover a few things because there are some questions and I think it's pretty important. So a lot of people will question whether or not it's worth it to just level up your mechs or to wait for these events. It's kind of a little late to be posting this because the event is happening right now, but there are people who haven't yet bought the chests and are determining. In general, my opinion is getting at least the Frenzy weapon or obviously the Faith weapon is pretty important. It basically just guarantees you an incredibly strong APC. Just one APC is really all you need to be, strong enough. Obviously, if you're, a big player, like you're one of the strongest players in your alliance, you're going to need multiple APCs. And in that case, it's probably more worth it to be leveling up your mechs individually and advancing them that way. However, if you just need one big APC, one strong APC that you do all your attacking with, you do all your garrisoning with, which is what most players do, then I do actually recommend the event. Basically, what happens with weapons, it's a kind of RNG system here when you open up these boxes. One, it's RNG to just get an epic. For the most part, you're getting, purple or orange. So to get a gold is very, very rare. And then to get a gold with 5 really good stats is even more rare. So let's just go through. I'm going to open these up and kind of show you what I mean. So here we can see that I have Fighter Might, Fighter Resistance, Fighter HP, Resistance during Siege Defense, and Fighter Resistance. Now, these are basically the two things here that depend. I did actually get an Epic, which is lucky. That's not normal, but cool. The more Epics you get is actually better for advancing your weapons, so the more lucky you get, the better, basically. And I will probably keep a tally of, what's going on in post. So these last two are random, what you do get. So Resistance during Siege Defenses, this is pretty bad. Fighter Resistance, that's solid, but generally you want 5 really, really strong ones. Damage, so just fighter damage is basically going to be the strongest thing that you can get. It's guaranteed if you get that Frenzy box. But sometimes you're just going to get a crappy one here and then a fighter damage. So you kind of make do with what you have. Let's continue. This is normally what you're going to see, just these purple ones. They're basically just used as crappy upgrade material, so it doesn't matter at all. Oftentimes you'll see these orange ones. I think it's 1 out of every 5. And again, sort of just depends here. Also, it depends on troop type, but the event guarantees you a certain troop type. So here I got a legendary missile with vehicle might. Vehicle might solid, but tactical resistance is pretty bad. Another epic axe, great. And resistance of all units, this is actually very, very good. This pull right here is a solid weapon. It's not like the best weapon, but it is definitely a weapon that I would normally use. So we'll keep going. Again, the main purpose of opening these is to get those Frenzy or Faith weapon. If you cannot get there, you probably just shouldn't begin. You should probably save up your stuff and, I don't know, wait for the next turn, or just level up your mechs, your individual mechs, because it is very, very, very low chance that you're going to get a really, really good, a best in slot epic weapon. It's very, very rare. It can happen, but I mean, it's basically just luck. So might of all unit types, this is pretty solid. Again, it's going to be an orange, which isn't great. Generally, you can keep your oranges, you can level up your oranges, you can even level up your purples if you want, because when you split these weapons, you get a fair amount of the materials back. I think you actually get more now after the recent mech update. So it's not like the worst thing in the world. You can upgrade, some of the weaker ones like orange, for example, orange with good stats. You can level those up, and then eventually when you're going to get these really, really good epic ones, this is orange, but once you get a really, really good epic one, you can split and then level up your epic one from there. So here we can see I basically got like, okay, might of all unit types. This is actually pretty good. Basically, you just wouldn't increase this here, so you would just get it to rank 3. You'd never really get it to rank 4. Keep the might of all unit types on a shooter APC, and just kind of keep it from there. But again, okay, not bad. But again, yeah, the majority of the purpose of the event is to actually fulfill the event. So again, do with that information as you will. And last one out of the 50. All right, a orange, a legendary weapon. So now we can actually go into the weapon depot here, and you can see basically everything that I got. So I mean, I can actually, I guess, just count them. 8 epics. Honestly, pretty good. 8 epics out of 50 chests. Generally, I think it's 10%, so I think you should be getting 5 epics. I got 8, really, really solid. 8 legendaries. I should have gotten 10, but I obviously got more epics, so that's cool. And then I think that leaves 34 purples, which is yeah, just about right. However, let's check out the epics and see if we got good stuff. So this was the one that I actually previously mentioned. You get once you get it up to rank 3, so you advance it up to rank 3. I'll be getting might for all unit types, which is really, really solid. I can use this basically as in like the Annie APC, Annie IFAN Mech Pilot. It's going to be really good. It'll give Mech Pilot the might, and then Annie is going to be tankier. So that's probably one of the weapons that I'll be upgrading. I do have this one epic over here as well, which does have damage dealt by all unit types. So this is arguably like the best stat that you can get, just period, basically. And this comes in frenzy weapons. So obviously I'll be upgrading this and using this on very high damage APC. For example, Raven Azure Flash, or like Super Killer. I don't even know, Super Killer Azure Flash or something like that, where there are two heroes or 2 squads that really, really benefit from damage. So if it's just like the Annie Outlaw, Mech Pilot's basically only going to be she's going to be the only one that uses the extra damage. So just kind of keep all of that stuff in mind. Here I got a solid defense one. So basically for like a full fighter APC, pretty decent, not the best, but resistance on all unit types is never going to be bad. This one's pretty crap. This is totally crap. So these will just be used as basically fuel. This one's not great because, again, the fourth one here, or when it hits rank 3, so 3 stars, Siege Attacker Might is pretty horrible. And unless it's a really good one, you never really want to push it to 4 stars. Resistance during Siege Defense, this is terrible. This is just food. Fighter Resistance, pretty bad. Resistance during Siege Defense, bad, so just food. And then this is also just food. So basically I got 2 okay weapons. So this one I would take to rank 3. And then again, just use in an APC that uses might. It's not great. Again, damage is basically what you want. Damage is the best thing that you can get. Or, if it had 2 might of all unit types, that's pretty solid. I would probably take that to 4. Or maybe the resistance of all unit types, especially because this is a fighter weapon here. But nothing really amazing. Doesn't really matter. You're basically, again, you're doing it for the faith and the frenzy weapons. You're pretty much doing it for the event. So I did get more boxes that I can open. And again, I will be buying more boxes when I can. So this is just going to give you the legendary versions of the frenzy weapons. Again, you can level this up. It's okay. Certainly as a placeholder, not a problem. We're going to open the 3 chests that we got from the event. And most likely we won't get an epic, but yep. Okay, so just more food. I'm opening up 50 more for the weapon event. All right, Let's get to it. Epic Axe, okay, with pretty bad 4th and 5th ability. Pretty bad 4th and 5th ability. And it's a legendary. Horrible. 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 Damn. Alright. We're just getting excellent after excellent. Legendary, with decent stats. Another legendary with bad stats. Bad epic. Really, really bad epic. But all epics are good because they can just be used for food. So anytime you get an epic, it's a good one. It doesn't actually matter if the 4th and 5th are good or not. You would prefer to get as many epics as you possibly can. Damn, this is good. Might of all unit types and resistance of all unit types. This is actually a very good vehicle weapon there. That will probably be... I will probably use that. Shooter might, pretty weak. Siege attacker might is very, very bad. Technical resistance tactical might, not a good epic axe. Legendary, excellent. Legendary, excellent. Okay, we're continuing on. Vehicle resistance is bad. Oh, it's a legendary. I actually thought that was an epic. As I said previously, or maybe not, it kind of depends how I edit this, but you can use legendaries. You can use legendaries for a very long time. It doesn't really matter because you can always split after. So if you have a really strong legendary, it can be worth it to just use that instead of like a very weak epic. That was a legendary. Come on, give me one more epic. Come on. All right, well, whatever. Let's check on the damage done here. Not the damage, but you get what I'm saying. Whoops. All right, that's not what I wanted. I want weapon depot. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I actually got 6 epics. I didn't even realize that. And a lot of legendaries. Excuse me. You're supposed to, in average, I would have gotten like 5 epics, 10 legendaries. I think I got 6 epics, 9 legendaries. Or wait, 11 legendaries. So that's actually really, really good. And then all the excellence doesn't really matter. Okay, so fighter resistance might... Okay, so a bad epic axe. This is a really good epic vehicle weapon. This is actually really solid. It doesn't have vehicle damage, so it's not like the best. But I would prefer might of all unit types and obviously damage. But, I mean, it doesn't really... You know, you can't always get the best. That's why you do the event for the frenzy weapons, to literally get the best. So this is weak. This is weak. 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 I would say weak. 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 Solid. So yeah, I guess two really good ones that I'll be using, and then some really good ones up until like 4. So if I just upgrade this to 3 stars or rank 4, this will be very, very solid. You know, same with this for the fighter APC, for example. Let's see if there's any more that I would upgrade to rank 4. Shooter might. This is probably fine for like the flash APC to rank up to level 4. This I'll rank up to 5, and then this I could rank up to 4. But I actually have quite a lot of axes, quite a lot of good fighter axes. Yeah, in general, I barely got any shooter ones in comparison, or vehicle ones. All right, so let's check out the event here. 515. Okay, so I still need to buy some more. And how many exactly? What is it, 85? Wait, what? Yeah, okay, 85%. So, that's what, like 15? 17, I think? Right? Yeah, 17 times 5,000 is 85,000. It'll get me 600k. That's exactly what I need. Okay. So, let's buy 17 more. There we go, and we'll open these. Quite likely we won't get anything good out of this. It's a little too low. But we did get the frenzy for the epic weapon, and then we'll get the faith. as well here. So that'll be good. That's the main reason why you do it, is for those. But let's just open up these 17. This is actually a really good epic axe. Yeah, that's a very solid epic axe that I just got. It seems like, honestly, the fighter weapons right now are really, really strong, which is kind of unfortunate. This is bad, because the event gives fighter accessories. Damn, that was a damage on the legendary. Damage of all unit types on the legendary. So let's continue. Shooter might, but a bad 5th. Bad. It's a really bad axe. Legendary. Vehicle might and damage dealt, though. So it's solid legendary. Really, really good legendary. And that's it. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. Again, wasn't really expecting much. And we did get a really, really strong epic axe. All right, so now I have the Frenzy and the Faith. We can just open these up. These are guaranteed to be exactly like this. Really, really strong. I'm going to use this on like Super Killer. Whatever APC Super Killer is on. She'll benefit really, really high from the Fighter Might. And from the Faith Axe, which gives fighter damage and Fighter Might. So, I mean, these two ones right there basically just go on Super Killer right now. In the current APC meta, I will be doing, my Super Killer review after 1 week video. Might as well just open these. Those are also from the event. I'll be doing the one on Super Killer, but right now she might be the strongest hero in the game, all told. So yeah, I mean, we can go from there. So I have the Faith. I'll be obviously upgrading this. Faith is basically one of the best things you can get. It's strictly for fighters, so you can get damage of all unit types, just like the resistance of all unit types, or might of all unit types. Somewhere in here, right? Yeah, might of all unit types, which, is obviously better, but if you're in like a full fighter APC, it doesn't really matter. Which, again, like, if I do, you could even do something like Raven, Raven, Hunk, Thunderbolt, and then having these fighter weapons are going to be really, 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 really strong. It affects everyone in there. As you level up these weapons, the bonuses increase, so don't look at it as like 8%. I don't actually know what it is maxed. I'd have to check on the other base, but all of these bonuses are going to increase, and they get really, really, really strong. So you might just see like 8%. Okay, it's not really worth it to save up 2.4 million. But once you fully max this, fully upgrade it, get all of the levels, which again will take a very long time, or a lot of mech battle data anyway, then it actually becomes really, really strong. So overall, honestly, pretty good pull from this event. Solid 18 epics, and I think we opened 117 boxes. 18 epics. That's basically, it's better than average. It's a luckier draw. A bunch of legendaries. I don't even know how many. What is this? 26 legendaries, and then just an absolute ridiculous amount of excellence. Basically, you just use all of those to level up, your Faith, level up your Frenzy, and whatever other good, good weapons you might have. So I'll do a video discussing which weapons I'm going to do, how I'm going to be upgrading them, priority, and then the APCs that they're going on. But that'll come at a later date. So stay tuned for that one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. And hopefully it's a little insight into what you can get. You can get some really, really, really strong weapons from doing it, but you will be saving up a lot of mech battle data. The last thing I want to mention is, should you upgrade your mech, or should you buy these weapons? And I don't know if I covered it when I first recorded it, but it's really going to depend. As I said previously, if you can't get to one of the good benefits, so like 400,000 or 600,000, generally it's just going to be better to either save for the next time so you can get really, really strong weapons, or just upgrade your mechs. As long as you're just upgrading your mechs, you're getting basically what you're getting from the weapons. I just personally like to have that guarantee of getting a good weapon, at least at least a Frenzy or at least a Faith. It's guaranteed. Whereas upgrading your mech is always going to be there. It never changes. There's no RNG. You get exactly the same upgrade no matter what with the exact same amount of mech battle data. So for me, I like to minimize the opportunity for chance, because let's say you get all your mechs to level 80, but you never get a good weapon. That could certainly happen. So that's just how I like to do it. It's a little more of a, I don't know, save and hoard and be weaker for like a season or two while you're saving up all those, and then kind of bust out and be really, really powerful. That's just sort of how I personally would do it. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Take it easy. Catch you on the next one. Peace.